Hello everyone. Do you have this? Do you have your ducks in a row? Well, that's actually the topic of today's episode number 57. That's right. So, hello everyone, it's 12:30. You and I have an appointment. It's time for Discuss It with Drake. And actually, when I say, do you have your ducks in a row, I don't mean D-U-C-K. I mean D-U-C-T, duct, as in air duct. So, we're going to get to that in just a second. So, before we get started, again, would you please just head on over to YouTube and type in Drake's Real Estate TV and hit subscribe if you hadn't done that already. I'd greatly appreciate that, and make sure that you say hello in the comments below, all right? So, let's get started. I have a question for you. Do you ever think about your floor joists or give serious consideration to the cladding under your siding? Of course not, okay? There are parts of your home that just work, right? And you never really have to do anything about them. And although ductwork seems like it's one of those out of sight, out of mind things, it's actually one that you actually should look into every now and then, all right? Dirty ducts spew dirt. Sounds funny, huh? But sure, you could change your filter in your furnace regularly, as you should, but that doesn't mean that the dust in your house is taken care of, right? So over time, ductwork collects dirt too, especially when your vents are on the floor. The filter can, catch the dirt that goes into it, and you can't do much for the dirt that settles in the ductwork through the open vents, right? Over time, the ductwork can get pretty dirty, and despite your best meticulous cleaning efforts inside your home, that doesn't translate to the actual ductwork. So what happens when you get dirty ducts? Well, then you actually really have a dirty house. You don't even really realize it, or you wonder where it's all coming from. But all that free-floating dust and pet hair and loose skin cells and other bits of tiny debris that land inside your vents, well, that allows them to actually blow further into your ducts. So not to mention the trash and the other objects that actually slip through the vent grate and be lost forever, right? The older your home, the more layers of dirt that can pile up into your ventilation system. So it's a thing, it really is. So let's talk about allergens hiding in your ductwork. So knowing someone else's dirt is blowing back at you from your vents is bad enough. But did you know that layers and layers of allergens can actually be living in the dirty ducts? That's true. If someone owned the home before you did and they had dogs. So even though those dogs and cats may be gone, the dander stuff is still inside the ductwork, blowing out every time that you kick out the heat, you turn on the heat or air, along with lots of pollen, dust, mites, mold spores, and other potential sources for severe allergy triggers. So if you're thinking, why am I always, nasally? Well, check into that because that might be one of the reasons. So ducts seem, so harmless until you consider that they're actually just receptacles and air moves through them, but there's no real seal to keep other things from moving back inside. They're a hidden source of dirt and stress for so many homeowners. So what can you do about dirty ducts? Well, you have a few options when it comes to dirty ductwork. The first and easiest is just to get your ducts cleaned by a professional. Okay, that's the easiest way. They use special tools, and it roughs up the ducts and creates a negative pressure to suck all that dirt out, never to be seen again. And then when the cleaning is finished, you've got ducts that are basically almost brand new. So, and you can continue to maintain them by frequently vacuuming, inside your vents and your grates to help reduce that dirt to move deeper in the ductwork. Your other option would be to go ductless. This is kind of a big job because you'd have to switch your HVAC system over to one that doesn't have any ductwork, such as something, they utilize these electric baseboards or ductless mini split systems depending on your local climate. But an HVAC expert can help you guide you through that as far as what's involved in eliminating or redesigning your ductwork in your home. But that's kind of extreme. So if you're looking for help for your ducts, deciding what comes next for your ductwork can be a complicated decision, of course. Cleaning your ducts is by far less expensive solution than installing a whole new ductless heating and air conditioning system. And one thing that I used to do is like if there was a little bit of odor or something, I would take one of the Febreze cans and turn on the system, and then just unload the can into the intake. And that actually then is spreading the Febreze into your ducts, because if your ducts are smelly, well, it's putting the smelly smell right back into your home. So there's another little Band-Aid for you. So anyways, that's really all I have for you today. I hope you found that helpful. I want to thank Homekeeper for sharing that information with me so I can share that with you. And please don't keep me a secret. I'll let everyone you know. And once again, if there's a topic that you'd like me to discuss in the future, just let me know. I'll get it on the calendar. Be kind to one another, people. Okay, have a fantastic week. Put your real estate needs in cruise control. Talk to you soon. Take care now.